It is, in fact, a Saturday puzzle today, and so I'm going to be solving what may well be a tricky, themeless crossword. Could be the trickiest of the week. We'll just have to find out and see. And this potentially tricky Saturday themeless edition is brought to us by Josh Allen, Mike from Vermont, and, as always, the indomitable Showmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for their generous support. They, of course, sustain this channel, bring us this series, and I'm very grateful to them for that. Thanks to those four, and thanks to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon at any level. I really do appreciate it, and if you'd like to support the channel in that way, you can head to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link where you'll find the bonus videos available to patrons, and that will include several going up very soon. So we had the mini puzzle pseudo speed solve yesterday. I think we've had the first of the Boss Words Spring Themeless League go up, and two more editions of that will go up just in a couple of days, along with also the monthly bonus puzzle from the month of March from the New York Times. So about 5 videos all going up in all within the past and next few days. So enjoy those if you're a patron. And of course, for benefactors, there's also the official mug, the Let's Check the Crosses official mug. Thanks again to all of the patrons over there. And thanks if you subscribe on YouTube. That's also a big help. And finally, there's the Daily Solve Discord chat server you can join, a nice friendly chat community linked in the description field. All right, let's just get right on to today's Saturday themeless crossword. This is a product of Christina Iverson and Jacob McDermott, who've constructed a few dozen and around a dozen puzzles, respectively, so reasonably experienced constructors. And it was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. There is no theme today, just solving, and it could be a tricky one. Let's start solving. Underground venues for some heavy metal bands. I think this is probably going to be referring to metal ore that's underground, as opposed to music, because of this question mark. So maybe something mines or mines? No, that's not long enough. Let's see if mines works. I don't know if that's actually right. Single alternative. Multiple? Something like that? I'm not sure. Blank here. I'm not here. I am not here. I don't think that's right. Like a mark. Okay, I don't think mines is right, I have to say, because like a mark, I want this to be a sort of gullible person or a naif, someone who's been easily taken advantage of. But I don't know what it is. I just don't feel that mines was giving me useful help. So I don't know. It could turn out to be right, but it's not feeling right to me yet. But this is probably still an S. Where to get into the nitty gritty? Sanding paper? Sand? Don't know. Sand something? Could this end with A? Head honcho. Big kahuna? Ending with an A? Oh, there we go. It's a funny one to get as my first full answer. Let's see. Primary language of Gambia. Probably English, I'm guessing. With an N there. Let's see. Strong indication. Something sign. Major sign. Reason to scratch one's head. I don't know. Part of a film. Part of a film. I mean, it could be... I'm wondering if it means film in the sense of cinema, or if it means a film, a thin layer of something. I don't know. I don't have a good idea for either, unfortunately. Neon sign word. Is this not Big Kahuna? I would think neon sign word may be something like open. Magic, or maybe this wasn't Big Kahuna. Maybe it's top banana. Funny thing that they both end in N-A. Magic, or yeah, okay, it's probably the NB, the National Basketball Association. It's probably that. So neon sign word is open, right? Okay, part of a film. Not a shot. What is it? Frame. What could it be? Part of a film. I don't know. Reason to scratch one's head and itch. There we go. That's more straightforward. Rooster. So a hen roosts, and of course, a hen isn't a rooster without the dash, but it's a punny Saturday, slightly misdirecting puzzle. So the dash, something that roosts rather than the word rooster. Okay, part of a film. Still not sure about that. And a strong indication is a clear sign. There we go. So what is the part of a film? It's a role, like an actor's role. And then iron mines maybe are the underground venues for some heavy metal bands. I bet that's right. So could it still be mines? I didn't think it was going to be, but perhaps single alternative. Like a single martini? I don't think so. Inside here? It's not really enough of a phrase unto itself. Like a mark. Oh, naive. Oh, I was right about that. Okay, I even used the noun form of this, naive. I should have actually thought about naive as an adjective. Gun. Oh, rev, you could gun an engine, rev an engine. So single versus married, I see, as to describe a person's marital status. Okay. And then, insert here might be an instruction on assembly. To put something together, you put a tab into a slot or something. It might be flat, but not sharp. Attire, right, okay. And then only beauty to go through history and retain her reputation per Will Rogers. Whoops. I don't know. Not sure. To go through history and only beauty to go through history and retain her. I don't know what that's about. What's got about an ounce of sense? Perfume bottle or something? I'm not sure. Suffered in a way. Ailed, maybe? Suffered from an illness? Let's see. Good Samaritans say. Don't know. I'm not confident enough about ailed to keep that in there. What about this D? David Blank, first black mayor of New York City. Oh, I know this name. It's gonna really irritate me when I see it because I should have been able to get it without any crosses. Floor. To what? To amaze or to? I mean, it could be floor meaning the sort of lowest limit of something, but it could also be floor like to amaze or to astound or to stun would fit in 4 letters. I'm not sure. Brewers need oats or something, or an oast maybe, or brewers need hops maybe. Hops is not bad. Mortify. Well, maybe not. Mortify could be appall. Does that work with floor? Odd? That would be past tense. That doesn't quite work. Brewers need. I don't know. Maybe this is wrong. Mortify. To. What else? I don't know. Short Japanese sword. Oh, I know this too. What is it? I don't know. I remember looking this up because I was watching that show Shogun when it came out, and they all carry 2 swords, one long one and one short one, and I was looking up why. And honestly, like so many conventions, it was just kind of a style thing that evolved over time. I mean, there's kind of an arguable defense reason in terms of using a smaller sword inside, but really it's sort of just how things evolved in terms of what people physically and visually did over the course of centuries. Anyway, I don't remember what the name of that other sword was. Political group dedicated to helping people who are HIV positive. I don't know. I might know this one, but I'm not sure offhand. Okay, give the okay. Nod to. Not confident enough about that. Boy, this area is really giving me trouble. Over. Complete? No. Finished is also too long. Copy that? No, that would be in quotes. They help build characters. Dramatists? That's not long enough anyway. Standoffish, say. Aloof or, I don't know, floor. Brewers need, wow. Don't believe me. Check? No. We're not going to have C here. Don't believe me. I lied. Be an odd thing to just state. Don't believe me. It's, I don't know. Give the okay. I mean, it could be I lied. This could be allow. Weird. Where to get into the nitty gritty? Sand. I don't know. I don't like that A. I'm just not feeling confident about anything in this grade. I don't know why this is Not going so well. Only beauty to go through. Okay, I'll come back to that. Good Samaritan. One in need of some direction. A nomad? Not really. It's not as though they would need direction. What's got about an ounce of sense? I don't know what this is about either. Wrigley Field question mark. So Wrigley Field is baseball field in Chicago, I think. Wrigley Field. Oh no, but Wrigley's also the name of a chewing gum. So maybe the field meaning the kind of commercial sector, the sale of chewing gum. Let's see. It's got about an ounce of sense. I'm not sure. Suffered in a way. Oh, ached. That works. It's got that H. Part of an agenda. An item. Ah, an agenda item. This is finally unlocking something for me. Good Samaritans say. A saint. Someone who's, right from the biblical parable, someone who's, putting others above themselves. Okay, so what's got a sachet of, I don't know, potpourri or something. Okay, so that's finally working out. One need in some direction of actors, directed by a director in a film or play. Okay, so only beauty to go through history and retain a reputation per Will Rogers. I don't know. That's absolutely fine. Don't know. Birthplace of the writer V.S. Naipaul. Oh, Trinidad, I know that. Yes. Novelist V.S. Naipaul. Okay. So only beauty to go through history and retain a reputation per Will Rogers. I don't know if this is a pun or not. That's absolutely fine. On the edge of one's seat. Taxonomic classification. Could be something like genus, family, order. There's one. That'll be what it is in terms of species naming. Okay, encircled. Outer? No. Don't know. That's absolutely fine. I don't know. On the edge of one's seat. Lint trap. Question mark. Question mark. What's the pun here? I don't know. I'm not clever enough to get that immediately. Casting experts, question mark. Anglers? Yeah. So you read this and you think, oh, someone who casts people in films. But no, I think it means like casting a line. So you're going fishing or you're angling. Something I've never actually done, but I think that's the answer. Blank Moore, author of V for Vendetta. Right, that's the comic writer Alan Moore. Okay, Jules Verne visionary. Nemo, his captain character of the Nautilus, from 2 books, I guess. For real is legit, maybe legitimate. Divert is to, if you amuse someone, you divert them, you entertain them. Itinerant one. This is nomad. Oh, that's funny. I said the word nomad earlier. And it's in the grid, and also it corrected a mistake. I wrote chewing gun, not chewing gum. Chewing gun sounds like the answer to a theme clue in a New York Times crossword. Anyway, the Mona Lisa. Okay, fine. I guess that's a observation by Will Rogers. Fair enough. That's absolutely fine. No worries. There we go. Okay. Lint trap. Don't know. On the edge of one's seat, you're riveted, you're completely absorbed. You're diverted, perhaps. Lint trap. Oh, navel, right. So lint getting trapped in your belly button. All right, like many free samples. I don't know. Encircled. Like some steak. Cubed or something? I don't know. I mean, I don't know, for like steak tartare or something. I'm not sure. Okay. Where can I look that might be helpful? Where do they get into the nitty gritty? Boy, this one is really my bane here. Don't know still. Sand banks, maybe? Sand dunes? Banks looks unlikely. Encircled. What about dunes? I don't know. Don't believe me, I don't have any clue about that either. Where can we look that's totally different? Either way is fine with me. I don't care, I don't mind. Could be something like that, I'm not certain. Raiders organization, that's an NFL team, the Oakland Raiders? Could be NFL, but it could also be sort of a conference within it, maybe? Not sure. Label on one Coca-Cola offering. Either way is fine with me. Cry from a cutthroat competitor. I don't know any of these. Fashion portmanteau. Don't know about that either. Or I guess it could be something like skort for skirt and, shorts. Let's see. Blank got away. Billy Joel hit. I actually don't know Billy Joel at all. Character in a hit 2023 film who sings, "Is it my destiny to live and die a life of blonde fragility?" I don't know. I don't know. Do I know this? It doesn't ring a bell for me. 2023. If it's a hit film, I feel I should probably know what it is. Oh, it's probably Barbie. I was trying to think what hit film in 2023 would people have been singing in with these lyrics anyways. It's probably Barbie, so it's probably Ken in 3 letters. So fashion, maybe it is Skort. Wow, I wasn't expecting that to work, the fashion portmanteau. The WNBA's Caitlin Clark for one. This is probably going to be a basketball position. Unfortunately, I don't really know those. Oh, maybe it's a team. It could be a team name as well. Don't really know those either. Okay, Itsy Bitsy. Teeny? No. Either way is fine with me. Okay, it could be I don't. It works with Skort. That's a relief. So Itsy Bitsy. I don't know. It's a mouthful. Sofrito-based sauce, a ragu maybe. So sofrito is the diced vegetable base you use to start various Italian sauces, tomato-based sauces, like a ragu. So let's see. Either way is fine with me. Oh yeah, I don't care. That's correct. Oops. Okay, that's working. Lightly roast is to rib someone. So not to roast in a culinary sense, but to sort of slightly jibe or insult someone in a playful manner. Parts of many money or financial portfolios, IRAs, there we go. The IRA, I think, is certainly the official financial instrument of the New York Times crossword. I think we can declare that. So individual retirement accounts, U.S. tax-advantaged savings instruments. All right, so Blank Conby, host of TV's or investment. Blank Conby, host of TV's Super Password and Win, Lose, or Draw. I've never heard of this person or either of these shows, but Beth, maybe? Label on one Coca-Cola offering. I don't know. Cry from a cutthroat competitor. So if this were Beth, does that help? I don't know. What about this one? Let's go back to here. Like many free samples. Boy, I can't believe how tricky this puzzle is for me today. Raiders organization. Oh, the DEA, maybe? They do drug raids? Drug Enforcement Agency? Label on one Coca-Cola offering. Cry from a cutthroat competitor. I don't know. Pageant prize. A tiara, maybe? Itsy Bitsy. Teensy? Can you spell this that way? Looks weird to me. Might be the case. Cry from a cutthroat competitor. I don't know. That doesn't feel right to me. Labeling on one Coca-Cola offering. Label on one. I don't know what this is. Does that mean like a slogan or a disclaimer? I don't know what that is. Oh, She's Got Away, Billy Joel. I don't know this song, but that just sounds like the name of it sounds like what a song would be named. So that's probably right. So maybe this is right. I don't know. The WNB is Caitlin Clark for one. Yeah, I don't know. Barreled out. What does that mean? Barreled out. Like quickly moved out? Barreled out. I'm barreling through. Barreled out. What does that mean? Does it end in ED? Sacre-Cœur, historic Catholic church in Paris. So there we go. Sacred Heart. And then position. I mean, it could be a noun or a verb. Looks like a noun, more likely, ending in AD, but I'm not certain. Birdseed alternative at times. I don't know, something like suet, or what would it be? I'm sure that sacre is right there. Birdseed alternative at times. Don't know what we're looking for there. Oh, that's annoying. That would be really helpful to have. It requires a flipper. Something scuba outfit or a pinball machine or some kind of flipping a house. Position. Stead? In my position, in my stead. Okay, oh, rice maybe. Is that a birdseed alternative? Yeah, I think I've seen rice in bird feeders. It requires a flipper. Ring toss? Is that? I don't think that's true. One always seen in a fancy fur coat. Always seen, so maybe an animal? But if it's fancy, that seems a bit odd. Standoffish, say. Probably ends in IAL as an adjective. Barreled out. Railed out? Is that? Although this doesn't look good. They help build again. I don't think that's right. Barreled. Can barreled out mean to sort of scream at someone or give them a hard time? Maybe this is teensy. That's so. It looks odd to me, but it could be. So barreled out. WNB is Caitlin Clark. I still don't know. What about these? Label on one. This one is so strange to me. Label on one Coca-Cola offering. Oh, I'm already at 20 minutes. Wow. Oh, something sugar? Zero sugar. That's what it is. That's what it is. Like many free samples, something sized. It's a small size, presumably. Trial size. I see. That would be like a sort of little shampoo or something. I was thinking of foods being offered on a platter or something. I don't know. All right. Anyway. Cry from a cutthroat competitor. Eat my dust? Is that something? Ooh. What did I put in? Oh, phenom. Ah, okay. I was on the wrong track with this entirely. I was trying to think of a more kind of official thing, like either, a proper noun name of a team or a position, but no, it's a general category. Caitlin Clark is a phenom. She's a kind of prodigy. Okay, so it's a mouthful of cud that a cow might chew on. All right, so then this probably is Eat My Dust. Oh, Bert Convy. Okay, I've never heard of this person, but there we go. That's the host of Super Password and Win, Lose, or Draw, presumably game shows. Barreled out. Oh, peeled out, like in a car. That must be right. So they help build characters. Not sure. Standoffish, say. This could be a T or a C. Well, oh, if it were a C, cat? Tuxedo cat? A fancy coat? Is there such a thing? Yeah, tuxedo cat. That I know what that. Yeah, it's a cat with distinctive black and white marking. Am I making this up? I think I know what that is. Okay, let's see. Is that a breed or just sort of a term for a cat that has that kind of coat pattern? Let's see. Where to get into the nitty gritty? Oh, sandboxes. How did I not think of sandboxes? Okay, there we go. That's what it is. All right. And then encircled is orbed. Is that something? Like so maybe it is cubed steak. It requires a flipper. Don't know. Encircled, orbed. That must be right. Don't believe me. Is this I lied? Wow. All of my guesses are shockingly, not all, but a few of my guesses of which I was a bit skeptical, are turning out to possibly be true. A coin toss needs someone to have done the flipping. Okay, I definitely did not guess that one, but that's a good clue. Give the okay. Okay, this is not anything I guessed. Give the okay is to, I don't know. Over at an end? Yeah, that would work. David Dinkins? That's the first Black Mayor of New York City. David Dinkins. I definitely do know that name. Okay, I don't know why I should have thought of that absolutely immediately. That's very frustrating. They help build character. Oh, backstories. You could have sort of backstory to, a film or something that you learn later. Give the okay to bless. Oh yeah, to bless a decision. Okay, standoffish. Say, oh, antisocial. Wow. Okay, should have gotten that. Floor. Oh, stun. I think that was one of my guesses earlier, and I didn't try it out. To mortify. If someone's mortified, they could be abashed, sort of taken aback. And then short Japanese sword. Okay, this isn't something I remember, even though I probably did learn it at some point. Tantu, maybe? Tanto. Brewers need it is hops. That was one of my ideas as well. And then ACT UP. I do know, yeah. Political group dedicated to helping people who are HIV positive. ACT UP. I do know that. Wow. What a poor job I did with a bunch of things that were in my brain. Not all of these things were, but some of them were, and I just could not get them out. There we go. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was a Saturday puzzle. It was tricky. I found it tricky. Let me know how you fared with this one. What really gave me trouble? I mean, some things gave me more trouble than they should have, like David Dinkins and ACT UP. Tanto I might have learned, but I didn't really remember this, so I don't count that in the same category. Coin toss is just very clever. I mean, that's a very good example of a Saturday clue that it's not indicated as a pun. And the reason you might wonder, why isn't there a question mark here? It's because the question mark usually is on a phrase that already itself exists as a relatively common phrase. So a good example here is casting experts. You might actually genuinely refer to someone who's an actual casting agent or something for films as casting experts. That kind of feels like a proper phrase, whereas it requires a flipper. It's valid English. There's nothing weird about it as a sentence, but it's not in and of itself idiomatic or a commonly used phrase or anything like that. So that's why it doesn't have the question mark pun indicator. And let's see if there are any other examples of that in here. I mean, lightly roast is a good example. No, it's not, because that's just, never mind. This is actually just an ordinary meaning of lightly roast. I'm trying to think if there's... This isn't as punny as a Friday puzzle tends to be. The Saturday puzzles tend to be less punny than Friday, and this is the case. So there are fewer of these. But here's one. Underground venues for some heavy metal bands. I mean, obviously this entire phrase, underground venues for some heavy metal bands, isn't a kind of commonly used phrase, but underground venues is I would say, a reasonably common phrase as a single unit, and heavy metal bands certainly is. So I think because we're combining two of those, we're still using the pun indicator there. That's basically how that works. And the ones obviously without the question mark tend to be trickier because you aren't 100% sure if it's being used in a punny way or not. And so you get more of those on Saturday. Oh, lint trap. There we go. Lint trap, definitely a common phrase used in dryers, and so we have it there for navel. Anyway, so yeah, tricky crossword for me on Saturday. Let me know how you fared with this one, and I'm always curious to know in the comments or the Daily Soul Discord chat server. And I'll be back tomorrow for the Sunday puzzle. Should be less tricky, but it's a bigger grade with a theme. So join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Saturday. Take care.